When you're ready to ride Metro, we want you to know we're ready for you. Here are just a few of the people at Metro to tell you how we're doing our part to keep riders safe.
We're cleaning like never before with hospital-grade cleaning.
You'll find hand sanitizer stations all over the Metro.
No mask, no Metro. Need one? We have a few extras.
At Metro, we're doing our part to keep the D.C. area moving. Find out more at WMATA.com/doingourpart.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1740. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome to the number one show in Apple Podcasts for job search. No other show is close, and at this point, I'm more than 2-1 over the number two show, and I had that one and discontinued it a year ago. Now, today's show is one of those tough interview questions where you're asked to explain what it is you do and why you're good at it, but you're talking to a first or second grader. Hope you find it helpful and give it a great review. And people do ask this question. And with that, let's get going.
Now, this is a question I pulled, I believe it was from an article on Inc., where a hiring manager, Inc.com, a hiring manager claimed that he asked two particular questions in every interview. Now, I've covered the first one elsewhere at another time. He uses a slightly different language to it, but it's the idea of how did you get here on this particular day, where you're inviting someone to go beyond the standard answer of tell me about yourself and talk about their life story that got them to the point of being in their office. This question actually is framed a little bit differently than the title of this. And the question basically reads, pretend I'm an 8-year-old and, I'm in first or second grade. Explain to me what you do and why you're good at it. I think this is a fabulous question. And I want you to recognize that as adults, most of us get caught up in the jargon of our profession. And the ones who are exquisite at what they do are able to translate seemingly complex ideas into really basic language that anyone can understand. And that's really what they're looking to do. Are you someone who hides behind the jargon, or are you someone who really can explain what you do? And this requires a little forethought. So if you haven't taken the time to think of this question in advance, and you really should, one of the versions of this answer comes in another video I've done about the XYZ statement, where I help organizations do X by helping them solve problems that they have. That's the Y, and the Z indicates the outcomes that they receive. So I help organizations achieve greater sales growth by streamlining operations and creating effective results that yield at least 20% increases in sales. How do I do that? And then you go into an explanation of it. So think in terms of X, Y, and Z. What you do, how you do it, and what the outcomes are. And think simply. Continue with a follow-up. Would you like me to give you an example of that? Would you like me to go into greater detail? So that in this way, an organization gets the sense that you can provide a higher level perspective and, again, simple, basic language. I do X I help organizations do X so that they get Y, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain cramp. I help organizations improve their sales by streamlining operations or whatever you do that results in an increase in sales of minimally 20%. And that's what I've been able to do consistently throughout my career. You come up with your X, Y, and Z so that you can explain this simply to an organization and have a big smile on your face. Again, think in terms of the theater of interviewing. If you've watched my stuff for any period of time, I believe there's an acting job that goes on with answering questions. I didn't say a lying job. I said an acting job where you want to make it seem that you haven't thought about this before. And you can start off with a big smile and go, oh, and you can laugh and go, this is a fabulous question. And what you've done is buy a few seconds to formulate it. And then you might close your eyes for just a moment and then come back with an answer looking them square in the eye that covers this XYZ model that I've covered elsewhere.
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get more from me. First of all, there's my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 8,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, at the site, there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule yourself in for coaching, interview preparation coaching, salary negotiation advice, how to have your questions answered or coaching related to hiring more effectively, managing and leading, helping you be a better executive in your organization, and overall being a better employee of your firm. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/TheBigGameHunter. Mention that you watched or listen to my content. I like knowing I'm helping folks. Once we're connected, if you're interested in coaching, let me know. I think it's easier at the website, but if that's the way you want to do it, so be it. Lastly, join my group on Facebook called Career Angles. It's focused on helping you do better at work. Information there is shared daily, and I'm attempting to build a supportive group there. Ask to join. I'm not letting recruiters in, so I want to make it a safe place for everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Thanksgiving, think outside the oven and get Thanks Grilling with Ace. Get a new grill and choose from top brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg to add even more flavor to your Thanksgiving turkey, side dishes, and desserts. Plus, right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills and accessories $3.99 and up. For the best help on the best grills, stop by your local Ace and get Thanks Grilling. Ace Rewards members only through December 24th. See participating stores for scheduling or exclusions.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Thanksgiving, think outside the oven and get Thanks Grilling with Ace. Get a new grill and choose from top brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg to add even more flavor to your Thanksgiving turkey, side dishes, and desserts. Plus, right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills and accessories $3.99 and up. For the best help on the best grills, stop by your local Ace and get Thanks Grilling. Ace Rewards members only through December 24th. See participating stores for scheduling or exclusions.